Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you didn't see last week's video, I had a little mishap with my RV, and to prevent that from happening again, I bought one of these and two side mount cameras, and I'm going to install those today, so stick around and cue the tractor. So I'm going to start with the rear camera. So I'm going to put my scaffold right up to the back of the RV. Try not to damage my brand new paint job. We'll go with that. Well, I think I already put a little scratch on it when I was working on it earlier. So to help from screwing it up anymore, we're gonna put this blanket right here. Yeah, it's good. Well, I'm up here where the camera's gonna go. I don't know how I feel about having the camera this high up on the RV looking back. But this is where most people put them because you have power already here for the lights. And when I put the end cap on, I took this middle light out and ran some wires through it to be ready for when I hook this camera up. So all I'm going to do is connect these wires, the red and the black, to these wires. This green wire is a trigger wire, and I don't really have any way to hook it up, so it doesn't get connected to anything. So let me just hook these up, and I really don't know how well my connectors are going to work from such a small wire to such a big wire. Hopefully it works okay. Let's get to it. I don't think I need this much wire, because I have lots of wire here, and I don't want to cut this wire because I might need that length down the road somewhere if I move this camera. So let me cut some of this off. Hopefully they don't fall in. That would be disastrous. You know what? I don't have all the tools I need. I need a wire stripper. Almost forgot a step. I got to run the wires through these backing plates. So the way this works is we'll put this through that hole, and then see how that gets. Oh, there's some screws that go in there. I guess I need to do that now. You know, I was told to read the instructions and I didn't do it. So these look like they will work. All right, I got that plate on. I'm a little not sure of how to connect such a thin wire to these connectors, so I bent it over so it's kind of like double in there, and I'm going to squeeze that, and hopefully it stays connected. And I'm not sure where to squeeze it at. Normally I can see the line. Maybe these don't have a line. Well, now I messed it up. I went in too far. I dropped my connector. And I only brought two.
No, you got a whole bag down here.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. All right, let me try this. See what happens. Looks good. Now the black wire. They say, oh, I have to go the correct positive to negative, and I don't know which one's which. I know this is negative and this is positive, but I want to double check And then I want to go read the instructions on, I know I read them, but I can't remember. I think red is, I don't know. I'm going to have to go check. I'll be back.
Yep.
All right, I got my meter. I'm going to put red on green, which I think is positive, black on white, and I get a positive reading, 11.75. And if I switch them, then I get a negative reading, 11.75. So that tells me for sure green is positive. And it says here, ensure correct polarity when wiring the cables. Red is positive, black is negative. So black will go to the white wire. So I am going to hook black wire to the white wire. And we're in, and we're squeezing. Now let's do the green wire. First time I've ever used this on the heat shrink, so I don't know how hot to get it. I guess until it starts to wrap. Let me get it hotter. That's as hot as it goes. It's going. All right, learn a little lesson there. These insulation on the red and black started to be affected, so this, I was just trying to get this to shrink down because it wouldn't go, but I'm going to wrap this in black tape before I stuff it in the hole.
Yes.
All right, just because these didn't shrink down all the way because this wire is so tiny, I'm going to put some black tape around this end. So make sure to leave a comment on how I could have done better here. Always like to learn new things. Now, let's see if I can get all this wire in this hole. Nothing to it. Big O end cap. So I'm going to let the camera hang and figure out where I want this. Right there. Brand new Sharpie. These are hard to come by in my shop.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm going to make a little pilot hole here before I put the screw on. All right, time to put it on. See if I can do it without messing up this gasket. And dropping these screws. Wow. Might need another bit. It was hard to get that on. All right, I'm going to get in front of the camera. Just. Oh, yeah? There we go. I now have a backup camera. Now let's do some side markers. Next, I got my side mount cameras. So what they do is they replace the side markers here, and that's how you get your power. And you got a right and a left. So let me take this off and see what's under there. If I can figure out how it comes off.
Yes.
Now, let's take these off. See what kind of wires I got. Not very long ones. Yeah, they are. Okay, good. All right. Before I go any further, I want to put this clip on to help keep it from going too far in that hole and having to fish it out. I think that'll work. Didn't work as well as I want, but it'll work. So I'm just going to pull these things off and work with these other green and white wire.
All right.
I thought I could just pull those apart, but they're in too deep, so I'm just going to cut them as short as I can. Man, I'm scared that's going to fall in. Wonder if I should get a clip for that one. Yeah, we'll see. Get in there. There you go, finally. How does that work? Can't take those out and still put it on. So this cover's got to come off without taking those screws out. Scared I'm gonna break it. Oh, right there. Figured it out. It works! One down, one to go. Let's do the other side. Found all the extra wire. These wires are continuous, so I'm just going to use what they had and put these on to connect these wires to them. Now that I got my cameras installed, let's see how they work on the monitor. So this thing has different ways to put power in it, and I'm going to just use this regular connector here and put it in there. Then all you got to do is hit the power button and it comes on automatically. So it comes on, but of course there's no signal until I turn on the lights. Then that gives power to the cameras, and then I get the signal. Now I haven't really figured out how this all works, but apparently you got channel 1 is the, what is that? That is my driver's side rear view. Passenger side. No signal for 3. And camera 4 is the rear. I'd show you all the details on how this works, but this is not a how-to because I don't know how to. I just bought this thing. So I think this is going to really help me when I go on the road. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again next time on My Retired Life.